Imagine waking up one day and realizing your world's about to change in ways you never expected. That's exactly what happened in my first year of high school. When a group of American dancers came to visit our school in Sydney, Australia, we were asked to billet, that is, host these dancers in our homes while they stayed here. I asked my parents, and without hesitation they said, yes. What seemed like another school announcement turned into a life-changing adventure about stepping outside my comfort zone. As a wise man once said, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Today I want to share how trying new things and embracing growth broadened my horizons and brought my life full circle. At first, hosting an American dancer seemed like a small favour, but suddenly I was part of something bigger, a chance to connect across continents, experience new cultures, and see the world through fresh eyes. Growth happens when you dare to step beyond what's familiar. Think about the last time you stepped into the unknown, maybe feeling a mix of excitement, curiosity, and nervousness. For me, it started with a girl from Annapolis, Maryland, a place I had never heard of, famous for being home to the US Naval Academy, where the Navy is a huge part of daily life. It's a neat town, filled with yachts, boats, and perfectly trimmed lawns, a far cry from the sandy, chaotic beaches of Sydney. But I definitely didn't know that at that time. Stepping outside your comfort zone means saying yes to new opportunities, even if they feel strange, welcoming differences, like when we saw their dance style completely different from ours, and they probably found ours strange too. Embracing challenges, like when my new American friend sprained her ankle within days of arriving, sending us all into a whirlwind of doctors, hospital visits, and panicked international phone calls. Between my parents and hers, it was pure chaos, but thankfully it turned out just to be a twisted ankle, not a broken leg. Building friendships and bonds that cross cultures and oceans, even when it means navigating moments of unexpected stress. These moments build resilience, empathy, and open doors you didn't know existed. Fast forward a year and the American dancers came back. This time, one of my friends had her driver's license, giving us the freedom to show them around properly. Naturally, one of our first missions was checking out the boys. We cruised past Bondi Beach where the surfer guys with messy hair and sun-kissed skin hung out. But that wasn't my scene. My high school was in a different part of Sydney, a place more like San Francisco than California. Artsy cafes, guys with long hair and guitars, probably in bands no one knew. That's where we ended up. Loud music, window sounds, city lights, the kind of teenage night you probably shouldn't have, but absolutely should. Maybe if we had known Annapolis was such a serious Navy town with all of its polished, preppy traditions, we might not have driven around the city having wild fun the way we did. But not knowing made it even better. Then the full circle moment came years later when I auditioned for a dance group touring Annapolis, Maryland. Suddenly, I was the one traveling, staying with my friend's family in a neat, polished town. The harbour was lined with yachts, the streets neat and calm. Nothing like Bondi or my Sydney Performing Arts High School neighbourhood. Her parents welcomed us warmly, even taking us to a fancy restaurant by the water. Fairy lights twinkled along the docks as boats drifted by. It was all so different, so American, but I loved every second. Of course we had to check out the local boys, but instead of surfers or artsy types, they took us to watch water polo, the sport where all the heartthrobs hang out in Annapolis. Clean cut, preppy guys tossing a ball around in the pool, not surfing waves. It was the ultimate contrast, but that's what made it brilliant. Dance, sprained ankles, teenage rebellion, late night adventures, and two opposing worlds colliding, all coming full circle. Research shows stepping into new experiences rewires our brains for growth and resilience. People who regularly challenge themselves grow in empathy, creativity, and confidence. I bet you've got countless stories of how life beyond comfort zones transforms us. Want to start your own journey? Say yes to something new this week, even if it feels a bit scary. Reach out to someone different and learn about their world. Reflect on your experiences, write them down or talk about them. Remember, growth is about progress, not perfection. Believe in your ability to grow. Every time you step beyond your comfort, you open yourself up to connection, learning, and joy. Believe in your ability to grow. Every time you step beyond your comfort, you open yourself to connection, learning, and joy you couldn't imagine. Your full circle moment is waiting just beyond your comfort zone. To recap, your growth happens when you try new things, face challenges head on, and open your heart to the unfamiliar. You already have your own stories and experiences, and by stepping outside your comfort zone, you can create even more meaningful connections and unforgettable moments. So here's my challenge to you. Take that step. Say yes to the unknown, because the most exciting parts of your life, the growth, the joy, the full circle moments, are just waiting beyond where you feel safe. Your next chapter is ready to begin. All you have to do is start. You've got this.